Realtors looking to generate high quality leads, the same traffic that Zillow gets, that Realtor.com, that Realtor.ca gets, we're going to generate it for a fraction of the price. This is not theory. I've been doing real estate since 2010, been licensed that entire time. I personally generated 1.76 million in GCI. My team has generated a further and closed $2.97 million in GCI. I currently run the largest Google Ads school for realtors right here on school.com/ads. And I'm gonna walk you through my process step by step. I'm gonna hold nothing back. I'm gonna show you exactly how to set the campaign up and exactly how to get the kind of results that I've gotten, and definitely be worth your time. So let's jump right into it. Creating your account is very critical. And what you're going to want to do is go to ads.google.com in the search bar and then hit enter. So what it's going to do is it's going to land you on the Google Ads sign up page. If you actually have a Google account already, it might log you in if you're logged in on your computer. There's something here that I've never seen anybody else talk about online. It's how to get a credit from Google. You can get oftentimes anywhere between $500 and $3,000 in advertising credit. This is free money from Google. I highly recommend doing it. So what you do is you scroll down when you're on this page instead of just creating the account. Here's where the three offers are. Offer A, B, and C. Let me just explain what they are. So offer A is $520 credit. This is Canadian funds because I'm in Canada. Spend 520 Canadian with Google Ads in the first 60 days to unlock the credit. So from the time the account is created, which would be today, you have 60 days to spend that 520. And if you do that on ads and Google Ads, then you'll get $520 in credit. So option B is $925 when you spend $1,350 in those first 60 days from account creation, not from your first ad, but from account creation. And third one is you spend $3,600 with Google Ads in the first 60 days and you unlock $2,050. So if you would like to get this credit and you're not quite sure exactly how to find it, just go below in the pinned comment or the description, and I'll actually have a little link where it says credit. Get the credit, just click that link and we'll send over the relevant link for where you are in the world. So this is exactly how you set an account up. Once you set an account up for this credit to actually be applied on a brand new account, you have to make sure to set up your billing profile when you create the account. So put in your credit card, put in a Google billing profile, whatever you need to do to set it up. And then when it's set up, I can actually show you next exactly how to find out if that credit is in the account and if it's going to be applied if you spend that amount of money in the first 60 days. So here we are in the promotions tab. So in your own Google Ads account, what you do is you click on billing. Once, of course, you've completed your billing profile and attached a credit card or whatever way you're going to pay. Click promotions, and then any promotion that is active in your account, you will see here. For this example, get 1,200 Canadian for spending 1,000 or spending 1,800 on Google Ads. Further down, $1,000 credit for spending 1,500, $1,200 credit spending 1,800. So you'll be able to see the status right here. At the top, you'll be able to see this one says redeem, complete further requirements, processing. So what this means is further requirements in this case is that you have by December 15th, because it was redeemed actually October 16th, you've got till December 15th to spend that $1,800 to get the $1,200 credit in the 60 days. If you want free money, this is one way to do it. And just a caveat here, this only applies to brand new Google Ads accounts. So if you have an existing Google Ad account, this will not be something that's eligible. But if you're brand new and you're just getting started, take advantage of this. And I just need to reiterate, when you do the previous step that I just showed you, you need to input your billing information. Otherwise, it will not apply this particular credit. So again, if you want more details on it, or you want to make sure you're using the right link, down below where it says credit or get credit, just click that link, put in the information. We'll make sure to send over the appropriate one to you for your particular country. Next up is conversion tracking. Basically what conversion tracking is it's a way for Google to talk to your website and your website to say, hey, this is what I want you to do, and this is what's valuable to me. In real estate terms, a conversion is when somebody signs up on your website. And in my opinion, I want to track them when they have their first name, last name, email address, and their cell phone number with permission to contact. So that's how we're going to set it up here. Each website's a little bit different, but I'll give you the generic way. And then if you need some more details, I have a playlist on my YouTube channel that you're watching. If you click playlists and then click conversion tracking, I'll have step-by-step tutorials for each individual real estate CRM that we work with. So what you do when you're in the account is you go over to where it says goals, you click goals, and then conversions. This is going to open up what we call the conversion tracking or conversion action section in Google Ads. So we're going to click new conversion action. For this application, we're going to uncheck conversions from phone calls. But what we're tracking here is when people sign up on your real estate website, leads that go into your CRM. We're going to click that. We're going to click add URL. We're going to put in a domain. This is a domain that I currently own, so it won't be set up for this particular website because it's set up for mine, but I can show you just from scratch. So it says, which address do you want to use? Always go with the recommended one where it adds the www and the HTTPS. Click apply. It's going to say Google tag. We're going to click Google tag and we're going to click setup. So now what we're going to do is we're going to say install manually. And what this is basically it's the global tag that you can install on every page of your particular website. What allows Google to talk to your website. What you do is you just click copy right here, and then you're going to have that tag or that particular code. You'll get your developer or whoever's working on your website or yourself, depending on which website it is. There'll be a way to install it on your website. And then what we'll want to do once we finish the conversion action is we want to track what we call the event snippet. So the event snippet is when somebody actually does the thing you want them to do. In this case, it's going to be actually create a conversion, meaning they sign up on your website to look at listings. So we click a copy there, then we click done and click save and continue. And then we're going to decide what category to track. I count this as what we call a sign up. So a sign up is basically when somebody puts their information in, creates an account, right? So we're going to click on set up manually using code. Conversion action. So primary action, maintain that. You can name it sign up. I tend to name it the real estate website. So I'd name it Lofty Lead, Real Geeks Lead, Follow Up Boss Lead, something like that. We're going to scroll down here to where it says value. Most people don't use a value here, but I strongly disagree with that. And I'm going to tell you exactly why. Each lead is worth some amount of money based on what percentage of them you close. Industry-wide online leads close around 1% with effective follow-up. So if a real estate deal or a commission is worth $10,000 and it closed 1 in 100 leads, 1%, that means each lead is worth $100. So I'm going to put 100 as the conversion action for this. Use the same for each conversion. So each time it happens, it's worth $100. It doesn't cost you any different to do this. It just allows you to track your return and your likely return on investment as time goes on. So I highly recommend it. For count, make sure you use one versus every. Every would be if it was like an online purchase and it actually has value each time. One is a sign up, a lead, effectively giving their information and creating an account. So we're going to scroll down. We're going to click done. There we go. And then we're going to click edit settings. Yeah. So everything's good there. Save and continue. So everything is good here. Of course, you need to set up that particular global tag. That's something that's done before or after the fact. We scroll down here to measure individual conversions. So this is the one that I just created. So sign up is what we want, and we just have it named sign up. You could name it, like I said, Real Geeks Lead, Lofty Lead, whatever you like. This is the other piece of code. So leave it on page load versus click. We don't want to count when they click a particular lead or a particular form. We want to count when that form loads, meaning they actually submitted their information. So those two pieces of code, the global tag and this particular event snippet, is what's going to be most likely how you put it onto your particular website. Again, each website's different. For example, Real Geeks, you'd email those two pieces of code to support@realgeeks.com and they take care of the rest. In Lofty, there's a slightly different way to do it where you actually input the conversion label and conversion IDs. Again, if you're not quite sure exactly how to do this, just go to playlists on my YouTube channel, click on conversion tracking, and then watch the tutorial video for the CRM that you're going to use. That is good. Make sure you turn on enhanced conversions, click agree and finish, and then scroll down and you'll see inactive here when the tag is not installed and everything's not installed properly on the site. So this will take some time once the tag is installed. One way you can speed this up is you can go sign up on your particular site, just pretend to be a lead, click on a listing, have the pop up, and then put your information in. It will speed up this. The status here will show as no recent conversions when it's tagging properly. And then as soon as you get a real conversion from Google Ads that actually attributes and works, it will say active here and it will be green. So don't worry if it says inactive when you first start. This is totally normal. But if you have the global site tag installed and it doesn't say no recent conversions within the next couple hours to a day, then something is not working properly. And again, just go to the tutorial videos in my playlist and that will help for sure. So what is is a Google ad, I'm going to discuss the highest intent, best quality leads that I know of is what we call a Google search ad. So here's a really good example. Let's say you search Los Angeles homes for sale. What it says here is sponsored results. It used to actually say sponsor results a lot smaller with it just bolded. This is the way it shows now. This is the most up-to-date tutorial you're going to find. This is 2025, 2026. So these are the particular results of people that are bidding on this particular keyword. So we've got Zillow, we've got Realtor.com. These are very, very, very large brands, and you can get the exact same traffic that they're going after for a tiny, tiny fraction of the price. So if we scroll down, you can see there's organic results for Zillow and for Realtor.com and Redfin, Sotheby's, Trulia, Remax. These are all organic results. Then the sponsored results are Trueline, Realtor, Zillow, and then this particular one today at the very top. So this is the highest quality traffic you can find. It's when only your ad will only show when there's a particular search phrase like Los Angeles homes, Los Angeles mansions for sale, Los Angeles houses for sale under $5 million, something that's really, really high intent. So you know the person that's searching it is really interested in what you actually deliver, which is a service to help people buy and sell real estate. So this is the kind of ad that we're going to do, and we're going to get into that right now. The first thing you're going to want to do is go over to the left-hand side where it says create, or right here where it says new campaign. Either one is fine. So let's click create and then campaign. This is going to go into the campaign process for a Google search campaign. These are the great high intent leads that I've been talking about this whole time. Let me explain these campaign objectives a little bit. So if you are looking for a real estate ad like this ad, you're basically looking for people to sign up on your website. That wouldn't be a sale. The sale would happen when they actually purchase a property. This is what we call a lead. So we're going to click leads. And then we're going to scroll down. And of course, if you created the conversion action previously, then you're going to see it right here. Signups is what we had this one called. If you haven't done that, you can always do that in the future. It doesn't have to be set up exactly when you create the ad, but in the future, you're going to want to do it. And just as a reminder, if you click playlists down below and then click conversion tracking, there's a series of tutorials for all the different major CRMs that we work with. So you can see exactly how to set it up that's up to date. So click continue. Campaign type. Let me talk a little bit about campaigns. Earlier in this video, I showed you a Google search campaign, which is where they search a particular keyword phrase like Los Angeles homes for sale or something like that. Performance Max is where it serves up to all across the platform formats that Google has. So YouTube, search, display, Gmail. It sounds good, but it's very hard to get working for this particular type of campaign. So I do not recommend using Performance Max, Demand Gen, Video, Display, or Shopping. This is going to be just a Google search campaign. This is where you should put your effort into to get those high intent leads. So click search. We're going to scroll down and it's going to say, select the ways you'd like to reach your goal. So we're going to click website visits. We're going to put in our particular search website. Click continue. Down here, it's going to automatically create a campaign name. I'd recommend something in line with what it is. So we're going to be looking for buyers in this campaign. So Los Angeles buyers. There we go. Click continue. So now we're into the actual campaign creation. So the top one here, it says bidding. What do you want to focus on? We do want to focus on conversions in this particular instance because a conversion is when somebody signs up on the website, gives you their first name, their last name, their email, and their cell phone with, most importantly, permission to contact them. So if you have conversion tracking set up, click conversions and you know it's verified and working properly. If you don't have conversion tracking set up, put it as clicks. We're going to get really inexpensive traffic and we're going to do it in a way where it's really high quality traffic. And if the conversion tracking is not working properly, it's going to be looking for the wrong thing. So if you do have conversion tracking verified and authenticated, do conversions. If you don't, start with clicks. We're not going to put a maximum cost per click bid limit, or we're going to select this either. Click next. So here we have two different sections, Google Search Partners Network and Google Display Network. I'm going to uncheck both of them and I'm going to tell you exactly why. So Google Search Partners Network is partner websites. There's about 3 million partner websites across the internet where when somebody searches a particular keyword phrase, they'll show it on that particular website, almost like a Facebook display ad. So they're showing it to them, but they're not actively searching for that right then. So that's not the greatest traffic in my opinion. And then the Google Display Network is predominantly an image ad across the display network. That's most like an interruption marketing where they show it to you when you haven't searched the keyword phrase that we're going to be targeting. So I do not want that traffic. So when we scroll down, let me talk about targeting a bit. So we are going to do Los Angeles as the particular area. This campaign works anywhere in Canada, anywhere in the US. I've done it across almost all markets and it works really, really well. So what we're going to do is we're going to put an enter another location. We're going to put United States as the country. We're going to put Los Angeles. We're going to put California, include, and then we're going to put Los Angeles as the city. And actually, if I look at Los Angeles there's a couple different options. So you have two options. You actually have three options. So you have the county, you have the Nielsen DMA region, and you have the city. It's really up to which one that you want to include. If you look at the number of people, sometimes they're going to have more in one over the other. So in this particular instance, I'm going to choose just the city like I did there. Perfect. Okay. So then the reason I'm doing that is I'm not actually going to target people in the United States. I'm going to target people that are searching for Los Angeles homes for sale, Los Angeles condos, mansions, things like that. But what I want is I want them to be in the United States for this to happen. There are other ways to target people that are searching as like relocation buyers in other countries. But for this particular instance and most applications that you are going to use, you're going to want to do some variation of this. So under here where it says location options, this is a big one. So if you see it says presence or interest, meaning people regularly in, or who've shown interest in your locations, this is what's going to be recommended typically by Google. And this is because it's going to increase the search traffic, of course. If you put presence, people in, or regularly in your included locations, this is going to be more narrow. This is not going to be searching for people outside of those particular areas. If you just put Los Angeles and you didn't put California, you didn't put United States, then I would recommend clicking this one down here. And the reason that I would do that is if you just put Los Angeles, but you didn't put California or United States, the reason I would put presence, people in, or regularly in, or the reason I would put this right here is because we want people outside of California, outside of Los Angeles, but they're still looking to move into Los Angeles. Because we put US, California, and Los Angeles, automatically we're going to be targeting people in the United States as a whole, and them searching relocation, which is going to be fairly common. So we're going to put presence, people in, or regularly in the included locations, meaning United States at the bare minimum. Scroll down, we're going to put English. This is brand new. This actually came out not too long ago. So they're just making you decide or declare whether you're going to be running European Union political ads. So of course we put no, this campaign does not have European Union political ads. We're going to click more audiences. Perfect. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you something that's not going to actually target people based in these audiences, but it's going to observe what people in these audiences do as far as signing up and then turning into customers that actually close deals with you. The really powerful thing about that is if you notice a particular niche or particular subset you keep doing business with, you can start to target your advertising towards them and then start getting more of a customer avatar that is more suitable to work with you and makes you more money. So I'm going to jump over to the Realtor cheat sheet that I have. If you do want this cheat sheet, all you have to do is go into the description or the pinned comment for this video, click get cheat sheet or get your cheat sheet, click that link and we'll send you the relevant cheat sheet for your particular area. So here is the cheat sheet. This particular cheat sheet and this campaign or these series of campaigns have generated almost $3 million in closed GCI, which is about 14.3 million in sales opportunities, meaning appointments set. So we're working on closing the rest of those right now. But anyway, let's jump into this particular cheat sheet right now. We scroll down to where it says audiences only. We've got houses for sale, apartments, residential properties, pre-owned properties. So these are the ones that we're going to keep an eye on. We're not going to only target people in these particular audiences, but we're going to keep an eye on them. So we're going to go in here. We're going to go over here. We're going to click browse, houses for sale, residential properties for sale, apartments for sale, new apartments for sale. There's a bunch in here. We're not going to, of course, just select anything rent-wise because we're not interested in that. But if you just scroll down, pre-owned houses for sale, basically any of the ones that are for sale in here are going to be really good to track. And keep in mind, we're not going to be just targeting people that are in these segments. We're going to be observing the people in these segments and seeing what rate they sign up on the website or what rate they turn into a closed deal and a transaction for your company. And the reason is that the data is never perfect. So this is something, these particular categories or these particular audiences are what Google has decided and sorted through their data processing that they believe are people in these particular markets. And their data is quite good, but it's never perfect. So we just want to observe and then see that as time goes on. The last one we want to select from the cheat sheet is detailed demographics of homeowners. So people that actually own their home. These ones do close at a higher rate, obviously, because they've proven they can purchase homes already. So what we're going to do here is they've got targeting is the setting here where it actually only shows people, you only show your ads to people in these segments. I wish that was the case and it was that the data was that good, but it is not. So we're going to use observation, which is what they actually recommend in this case. And we're going to scroll down. We're going to leave the ad rotation, meaning prefer best performing ads. We're going to leave that. We're going to click next. Now, this is actually fairly new. Any tutorial that's before the first or second quarter in 2025 is going to not likely show this. But this is a brand new feature. It's called AI Max for search campaigns. So basically what it does is it removes some of the settings and some of the abilities for you to tailor your ads in certain ways and allows the AI with Google to go do this for you, creating broad match keywords, landing page, all these different things to try to get you a better result. It's kind of like a Performance Max campaign in the fact that it sounds so good. You just say, okay, I want leads. I want them to turn into closed deals. Go do it. And frankly, it's very, very good at spending your money and getting clicks. But when you have a campaign that's as dialed in as this campaign that I'm giving you, this will underperform that by a lot. So do not turn this on for this particular application. In future videos, I will tell you when and why to turn this on, but do not for this particular campaign. So we click next. Here, what it's going to do is it's going to give you some information on how to create your ad. So I actually have an ad creation tool that I'm going to show you real quick. It's proprietary. I'm going to put a link down in the description if you do want to try it out, but let me go to it right now. So here is keyword and asset generation. You're not going to click generate here because what that would do is it would cause Google's AI to create your ad for you. I already have the headlines, the descriptions. I have everything is battle tested and proven already. So if you do this, it's just going to write an ad for you and it's not going to perform. So click skip. And then right here, it's just going to pre-populate based on my website. So we're going to delete all of this. And then I'm going to go over to the cheat sheet and I'm going to grab these particular keywords. So if we go up here, we notice there are a series of keywords for different countries. These are negatives. And then this is the keyword phrases. These are the keyword phrases that I'm going to select. So the way you select this, if you're not super familiar with the Excel or Google Sheets, is just click Shift and then down arrow. Once you select them all, select Control C. Then go over back to here, and then just click Control V, and then it will copy and paste them all in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to have to edit this based on where we're looking to do this. So Los Angeles, and then just copy that, Los Angeles, California, or you could do full, you could write out full California if you want. Either is totally fine. The shortcut I'm doing here, if you're not super familiar, is just Control C and then Control V, which is copy and then paste. It's the same as if you just, if you do this, just right click on your mouse and then click copy and then click paste. It's just a shortcut on the keyboard. So property for sale in city state. And then the last one you can choose if you like, let's say it's sub area. For instance, I actually lived in California for a period of time. Los Feliz or Beverly Hills or something like that is what you could put in this particular sub area. So now we have the keywords done. These are all broad match keywords. And there are a couple different options. You can do like this, which is what we call phrase match, much more narrower search, or you can do brackets around them. And then it's exact match only if they search that exact particular keyword phrase. I do not recommend doing that. That will throttle the traffic that you get by a lot. The way we're going to clean the traffic up here, because you'll get some not as qualified traffic when you use broad match, we're going to have a really, really, really large negative keyword list. Not a few, not 10, 20, 60. We're going to have hundreds and hundreds of keywords. So the people that search those negative keywords that we're going to filter out, we're not going to want that traffic. I've been developing this negative keyword list for 15 years. So the cool thing about that is you're going to immediately get really high quality traffic. You don't have to go through the pain and suffering of bidding on these ads like I did for all these years. So let's scroll down. And as we scroll down, we're looking all the way to where the actual ad is. So this is the actual ad. This is the final URL of where the particular ad's going to direct people to when they click it. And these are the headlines, descriptions. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the cheat sheet. There's a series of headlines and descriptions. So right here, we've got the first one. We're going to put that one right here. and then we're going to pin it in position number 1. So it only shows in position number 1. One thing we'll notice about this ad compared to when you see other ads where people write something maybe similar is I put the registered trademark symbol for MLS because as a real estate board member, you're actually allowed to use that registered trademark and it makes it look more official and it actually converts and gets more people to click it. So that is a pro tip that I've never seen anybody share in a tutorial video ever. So let's go back to the rest here. Now we're going to do this next one. We're going to pin this one in the second position, meaning it only shows in the second position on the ad, which I'll show you in a second. We're going to go back to this one. We're going to pin this one in the second position. So we're always going to show MLS listings on the left, and then we're always going to show the variations to the right. I've been testing this since 2010, and this is the highest performing way to do it. Get listings faster is the third one. Now you're allowed up to 15 headlines here. We're not going to do 15. We're just going to do some core ones that convert extremely well. And same with the realtor trademark. You see here, I've got the registered trademark symbol for realtor. That's another thing. When you're a realtor, you're part of that trademark. So you're actually allowed to use it, and it converts a lot better when you do. Something I figured out like 2010, 2011, and like I don't see anybody replicating it, and it works fantastic. So we go down here, go there. So as you'll see, I'm pinning all of these in the second position, and then I'm pinning MLS listings in the first position. This is across the board. When we scroll down, I'm going to do these 4 descriptions, which are the maximum number of descriptions. These aren't just descriptions and headlines we're going to test. I've been battle testing these for 15 years. They work extremely well. So you just get to start getting really good results right out of the gates, which is just awesome. So I'm really happy that you don't have to go through the pain and suffering I went through to figure this all out. So we're going to go here. We're going to go there. And the last 2, these 2 right here. Like that, and then one more. And during the course of all this, if this feels like this is over your head or you just want somebody to do this for you, just comment below in this YouTube video and say, I'd like you to set it up for me. And in that comment, we'll provide a link on where to go to get some more information. So let's do the last one. This is all MLS listings on one site. Copy and paste. Perfect. So if we go up to the ad here, we can see it's got MLS listings, got the descriptions will start populating in that ad render pretty quickly. Here's something that I don't see anybody do in this particular ad is we're going to create site links and we're going to create some assets, which are going to make your ad larger. And if you notice when you search on Google and you see an ad that's, 2 lines, like maybe the headline and then a short description, you're like, okay, that's good. But what if the ad was this big? Or this big, so it crowded out the other results and only your ad showed? What do you think the likelihood is somebody's going to click that? Pro tip, it's a lot more. And site links, call out structured snippets, which I'm going to show you step by step here in a second. They don't cost any extra and they make your ad perform better, which is why we get such good results with this particular ad. So for site links, we're going to go right here. So I've got a number of different options for site links. We're going to do just basically search site links. So when somebody lands on the ad and they're looking for whatever they're looking for, we're going to give them another site link that's clickable that says houses, townhouses, sold prices, off market, land, stuff that's going to make them want to click. So let's do that right now. So we're going to go site link number 1, site link text. For the description, what we're going to put here is we're going to put view all area houses, view sold prices 2. And then for the final URL, you're going to need a separate page that only shows houses. So in this particular example, I'm going to jump over to Lofty and show you how we would do this in Lofty. You can do this in Real Geeks. You can do this in a bunch of other real estate CRMs, but I personally use Lofty for my real estate team. So I'll show you exactly how to do that. Marketing, then landing pages, and then this is where you create landing pages. So we're going to click listing search campaign. I've split tested a bunch of different variations with maps and stuff, but the listing results page works the best. So click on that. We're going to name it, let's say houses, for example. We're going to put the lead source. In this case is going to be Google pay-per-click, houses. We're going to put listing source all in this particular example. Click save. It's going to open up this particular landing page. I'm going to walk you through the exact settings to set here. Now, of course, different CRMs will have different ways you can edit this page. I always recommend using it one listing view. It's the most proven particular forced capture setting, which I'll go into in a second here. But let me just get through this real quick for you. So we go to settings, we name it whatever we name it. The page style is really important if you're doing this in Lofty. You're going to want to go down and click no header with footer, meaning it removes the branding at the top. The reason you want to do that is they're not looking for Countrywide Real Estate Group or CoreyPrince.com or anything like that. They're actually looking for listings. They don't really know who I am potentially. So I'm going to make it generic, no header with footer. And then we're going to scroll down to where it says buyer lead type. The default will be buyer. And then trigger registration on listing detail pages. And then how to trigger. We're going to require registration based on page views on one page. So what this is when somebody clicks a listing for the first time, the pop-up shows up and says, hey, create your free account. We're going to make it so that they can't close this particular pop-up. We're not going to put yes. If you put yes, there'll be a little X and they could exit out. We do not want that. We want them to sign up. We want to get high quality traffic to these pages, show them a listing. They're like, wow, this is phenomenal. And then of course they're going to exchange their information because they want to see that particular listing. So let's scroll down. For the SEO and the meta page description and all that, it's not relevant to Google pay-per-click ads because you're sending traffic there. What I recommend doing is turning off this show chat box. You notice over here in the right-hand corner, if I turn that back on, you'll see there's a little icon there. It's like a chat bot that actually can interact. It's an artificial intelligence. And it's great once they've signed up on the website. But if they haven't signed up on the website, it's giving them something to do other than click the particular listing and sign up. And if we want them to sign up, we don't want to give them other options. So we uncheck that. We're going to click publish, and then we're going to change the actual listing settings, but do not remind me again if you see this. And then we're going to go over here in the right-hand corner. See where there's like the little pencil icon? This is the actual listings. So if we click over here, it's going to default to all listings. What we're going to do is we're going to drag the latest listing sort up to the top. What that's going to do is it's going to show listings here that are the newest ones, which is what buyers traditionally want. They want the newest stuff before obviously it sells because good properties sell. And then if this is for houses, we're going to click the little icon, the little pencil edit, and we're going to click and we're going to sort. So only houses show in this particular area. So we're going to click property type, single family home. And then a pro tip here, which I don't see other people talk about, is click more and then click purchase type. If you're not looking for renters, which is what the majority of real estate agents across North America are, they're looking only for people looking to buy. So if you get rental signups on your site, this is why. Click for sale, and then you're only going to be showing for sale listings versus for rental listings on this particular page. And you can actually sort by cities too. So if you had a particular city like Los Angeles or Vancouver or whatever, type that in here, filter by that, and then you just go down to the bottom where it says okay. Now you filtered by city, property type, and only for sale properties, and then you click publish. So once you do that and you click right here on the little view site, it's going to pop open that particular page, and this is the URL you're going to use for the site link. So copy that, go over here, and then put site link. So you can replicate this for all of these particular variations. So if you go back to the cheat sheet, I will show you for all these different site links. So you can do this for all these different particular site links here, just by going and replicating it. And you can just copy this particular naming convention. So search houses, search condos, put view all area condos, view all area houses, view sold prices too, and then just put the particular final URL. When you're done, you click create. It will create them all at the same time. And then you'll see a site link right here where if you click it, you can check to see if that particular link is live and it's going to the page and it's rendering the way that you want it to render. So now we scroll down. Now we're going to do call outs. So we're going to click add callout, and then we're going to go back to the cheat sheet under, you guessed it, callouts. And we've got a number here. So view sold prices. We're going to go through them all. View VIP buyers list. This one does really, really well. Off-market listings. The great thing about advertising off-market listings is people are like, well, what if I don't have any? The reality is you always do have a potential for off-market listings coming up when you're talking to sellers and they're thinking about selling. You're going to learn details about those properties, and you're going to be able to speak to potential customers about properties that are going to come up. Maybe you have a listing contract signed, you just haven't advertised it yet. So exclusive perks, we're going to add a couple more. We're going to add upsizers, copy. We're going to add downsizers, relocation. Click add callout text, 2 more. So first time buyers. And then 1 more is going to be downsizers. Okay, so we're going to click save. See where it says all these different VIP buyers list, off-market listings. These are callouts. These are things to put in the ad that like calls out to the particular searcher of, hey, if one of these is really attractive to you, definitely click. So click apply. Boom. Now we've got those call outs and we're going to go more asset types. We're going to scroll down to where it says structured snippets. This is fairly advanced stuff. You probably wouldn't figure this out to do it on your own, but because I've been testing this for so long, you don't have to figure out what to put here. Just put exactly what I put in the cheat sheet and you'll get really, really good results. So we'll go back to the cheat sheet and we're going to scroll down to where it says structured snippets. We're going to start with houses. So I'll show you how to do that. Click structured snippets. You have to choose the header type. So what is it going to show as? Amenities, courses, brands. We're going to do types and we're going to put houses, condos, townhouses. There, so I populated them in. Pre-sales, new construction, these ones seem to do really, really well, but this just creates a list, which once I click create, you're gonna see how it renders. So we're gonna click that. It's all those particular assets. We're gonna click save, and then it's got structured snippet there. If we go up to the ad, it should render and show us. So there we go. So types, houses, condos, townhouses. So as you can see, it starts to layer and it starts to build on this ad in a way that's really, really powerful because it makes the ad larger. And a larger ad is a beautiful, beautiful thing because it makes it larger and it crowds out other advertisers. It does not cost any extra to do this, but what it does is it causes there to be less competition for each auction you're in, which is fantastic. So we're going to scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, and then we're going to click next. Here's where it's going to tell us to set a particular budget. So what I'm going to do, I recommend for people that are doing real estate campaign, this specific one is a $33 per day budget as a minimum, which is $1,000 per month. When you're doing real estate campaigns and you're learning how they work, $1,000 a month usually isn't enough. But when you have one that's this sophisticated and this battle tested and this proven, this will get you quite good results across the board, America and in Canada for $33 per day. So we're going to do 33 per day. We're going to click next and it is checking for errors. It's saying your campaign's ready to publish. What it's doing is it's making sure there's nothing wrong with the campaign that's going to prevent it from actually going live. So usually this takes a few seconds, then a button will pop up that says publish. Once you click publish, it goes into ad approval. This takes anywhere from, I've noticed, an hour to around a day, depending on the account. It's basically Google algorithmically looking at the ad, making sure there's nothing that's not compliant with it. You will probably run into what we call a policy of housing. Do not worry about that. That just means there's certain things you can't filter against if you're looking for housing. So you can't filter based on the age of the searcher or things like that. We didn't do that in this campaign, so that should be fine. And even if it says housing as one of the policies that it's putting you under, it's not throttling your traffic or anything like that because you're not doing that thing that you're not allowed to do, which is like filter based on age and stuff like that. So it says your campaign is ready to publish. Oftentimes what it will do is it will make you confirm that it's you by clicking confirm. Then a pop-up will happen on your phone or something like that. So let's click confirm. So it popped up. I selected the number on my phone to verify that it was me. It says your campaign is ready to publish. The campaign is ready to publish. You would click publish and then it would go into that phase that I mentioned where it takes anywhere from an hour to a day. If you scroll down, you can see all the different things we have here. Click publish and then it takes a few seconds to publish. After your campaign is published, there's one last thing that you need to do to really make sure the traffic that you're getting to your landing page, to your particular real estate website is really high quality. It's called negative keywords. So you go back over to the cheat sheet, you're going to see that there's 3 keyword categories: keywords, USA, and Canada. So everybody's going to use the keyword, negative keyword one here. And then based on what country you are, you're going to layer on another one. So the easiest way to select this is select the column and then copy, which is Control C, and then go into this particular campaign, click on keywords, and then click on negative keywords. Click plus, and then it says add negative keywords or create new list. So we're going to add to this particular campaign and then just click paste and then just delete these top 2 right here. Bring the list up to the top. Good to go. Click save. So these negative keywords were added. This is 78 negative keywords there. We're going to go back over to the cheat sheet, and then we're going to do it based on where we are in the world. So this one is for California. So we're going to click on this, click copy, and then we're going to add another keyword list, another set of keywords. Same for the campaign called Los Angeles Buyers. Click paste. We're going to go all the way back up to the top. We're going to remove where it says negative keywords in US, put it up to the top. And now we need to make sure that it's not negative keyword limiting the area that we're looking in. So for example, California, we want to remove California because this particular campaign is in Los Angeles. Then we want to scroll down and make sure Los Angeles isn't in it. Los Angeles is. Exit out. And then scroll down and make sure none of these other states or areas or anything makes sense that you would want people to search for your campaign. So it's typically going to be the state and the city, or maybe just the state, or the province and the city, or maybe just the city. So we'll click that, click save, scroll down, 137. So that is it. That is how you get all of these particular negative keywords into your campaign. And if you were in Canada, you would just do this. You would just do that same thing, but you would just go Canada, different provinces, different cities, and then remove it like that. And that is how you add the negative keywords to your campaign. Something like that. Of course, find the conversion tracking playlist on my YouTube channel. Go through that step-by-step tutorial. And if you find any of this is over your head, or you just want this to be professionally done and just have it actually work for you, go to my free Google Ads school. So this particular school is totally free. And what I did is I created a video course inside of it. If you click on Classroom, the URL is just school, SKOOL. It's in the description as well of this video. Click on Welcome Package. And then there's like a 4-hour masterclass here where there's a series of videos where I walk through step-by-step the foundations of how Google Ads works and things like that. But the particular ad that I just gave you is one that I've been optimizing for, at the time of this recording, 15 years, since 2010. So it just works. I really appreciate you coming by. Comment below if you found value in this particular video, and if there's anything else you'd like covered, and I will make those videos moving forward. Have an amazing, amazing rest of your day.